Punch after punch. The video lasts about 40 seconds. You see the patient identified in the police report as Antonio Cruz, brought into the ER at JMH after consuming cocaine and heroin. The police report says he was agitated and screaming to the rescue personnel. The video has no audio, but you can see the moment when, according to the report, Cruz spits in the direction of the firefighter's face. And that's when the firefighter starts swinging, punching the handcuffed man multiple times while coworkers try to stop him.
He did not hold back. My God. Well, Robert Webster, who was a lieutenant with the Miami Department of Fire Rescue, said he is not remorseful for attacking a handcuffed patient on October 15th in the emergency room at Jackson Memorial Hospital. Well, he was punished for his actions. He gave this response to the incident.
Webster now has his job on hold, according to the City of Miami Department of Fire Rescue, which sent us a statement saying, when this incident occurred, the individual was immediately relieved of duty. Our department is conducting administrative investigation while this individual remains in a relieved of duty status. Webster responding to the incident today, saying he has no regrets, going on to tell NBC6, if he never knew the consequence of spitting in a grown man's face, then consider my actions public education and the video a PSA.
A PSA. I love that response, though. He has no regrets. And the graphics that NBC provided were also fantastic. Can we take a look at this first one where it's just no regrets? The entire graphic, it says no regrets. I love that. They've got a whole team working to make those over there. I will say, so it's unknown what happened before the video, but apparently Cruz, who was the man in the gurney, was being belligerent. I'll say I worked in a school for kids who had behavioral disabilities, and we had to sometimes physically restrain them so they wouldn't hurt themselves. I got spit on a lot doing that. And it is a disgusting thing to have happen to you. It is an aggravating thing to have happen to you. I think in this case, the firefighter should have kept his cool. I mean, the man is defenseless. He's, held down to a gurney. That being said, we don't know what he said before. We don't know what statements he made. And being spit on is gross. So I can see how you could lose your cool. Yeah.
It's a crime of passion, Ray. Okay, this is the thing. And I know I could potentially be wrong about this because, yes, I do agree he should have kept his cool. But when someone doesn't keep their cool in situations like this, I'm not sure if there's even something they still even, present as a defense in court hearings, but like it's a crime of passion. It was at the last second. I walked in and, you see your partner cheating and then this guy goes crazy, right? And they go as a crime of passion. I was like, bro, you should think about that next step when it comes to this point. But they do bring that up. And he assaulted him, hit him multiple times, and nothing said no regrets more than the look on his face in that image as well. That's why they probably didn't even have to write no regrets. It was just his face that said no regrets that entire time. So yeah, the punishments have to come because he's in this position. He was apparently rising up in the ranks. But there's just so much that one guy can put up with, which I think you might get into next.
Oh, yeah, he has had to put up with quite a bit in the past. And so this is not the first time that he has been in the news. Back in 2019, younger firefighters decided to draw penises in his office, as well as put a noose over family photos. So the Miami Times reported then that for a reason unbeknownst to Webster, the younger firefighters reveled in drawing phallic symbols on documents, desks, and walls. It was done as a prank or source of amusement, but it never sat right with Webster, and he never participated in that kind of horseplay. According to him. So during the night that Hurricane Irma blew through the streets of Miami, Webster went to his room at the fire station and saw the noose and the defaced family pictures. My initial reaction was shock, and I don't get shocked that often, he said. So we have a picture that's blurred so you can't see the drawings, but you can see the noose there. That is what he found in his room at the fire station. So 4 of those 6 firefighters were charged with criminal mischief, but apparently the prosecutors let go of the charges because they couldn't prove who planted the noose. Story that we've heard, time and time again. They can't pin it on one person, so no one gets in trouble. But in regards to the current incident, it doesn't look like Webster is going to be charged. However, the person who spit on him will be. The Miami firefighter suspended 2 months ago after being seen on video punching a man handcuffed to a gurney at Jackson Memorial Hospital is not likely to be prosecuted, a law enforcement source familiar with the investigation said. However, Cruz was charged with aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer. Miami-Dade Corrections records show he remains jailed Wednesday, 2 months after the incident. So
my last thought, he's apparently he was high on all kinds of stuff, cocaine and something else, and he went crazy and did all that stuff. But look, again, this firefighter, this guy who jumped back and responded like this, it's over and over and over again. And then no one's prosecuted there. I think a good equalization of this whole thing is him then not being charged for this particular thing, since people are getting away with all kinds of assault and threats. But I hope he did leave that particular situation where people are threatening with nooses, because now that's death threats, bro.
Yeah.
It's a whole different thing than some spittle.
Yeah, and he never should have had to deal with any of that. Thankfully, he's not going to be charged, but we'll keep an eye on that.